so sorry. I am late. I had some technical difficulties. I missed you guys last week. I'm so excited because tonight we're going to be talking about how to use carnivore as an elimination diet. And I'm going to share with you 4 steps to doing that and exactly the tips that I did that helped me through that phase when I was going through that. So you guys, welcome to Monday night. Let me know that you can hear me okay. And we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to go through the this elimination diet first, and then I have some announcements for you guys and questions and answers like always on these Monday lives that we do. I'm just going to try to make sure everything's centered. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's see here. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope so. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm so excited about this. Thank God you guys can hear me. God's girl says she can hear me. I'm so excited about this. I'm passionate about this. And you guys know that World Carnivore Month is in January. And January is right around the corner, literally less than 2 weeks away. And with next week being Christmas and all, I want you guys to get ready to either tweak what you're doing and just kind of be a little bit more stricter like I'm going to be doing. Some of you are just starting. Some of you have been keto, but you're wondering about carnivore, or you might have ailments that you're still dealing with that you probably can get rid of or at least get a better handle on it if you do this journey. So resetting with carnivore is amazing. And the reason why, I do have some notes here, the reason why it's so amazing is because you hear of different diets that sometimes doctors recommend people to be on. Some of them are, they need to be on a gluten-free diet, a sugar-free diet. You hear of a low residue diet that has to do with intaking less fiber. And then you hear about a FODMAP diet, and that's an anti-inflammatory diet. Well, all of those different diets that people do for different reasons, the reason why I love a carnivore diet as an elimination diet or as a lifestyle is because automatically you're hitting all of those diets because when you're going on a gluten-free diet, you're getting rid of a lot of anti-nutrients. And I haven't talked about that a lot, but there are a lot of plant foods that have anti-nutrients that work against our bodies, that cause a lot of things that you wouldn't believe. That is a whole nother video. But what happens when you go on a carnivore diet is it's naturally and automatically gluten-free, sugar-free, low residue. That means it's low in fiber. And also the FODMAP diet is used for anti-inflammatory, like I mentioned. That really helps people that have digestive problems like Crohn's, irritable bowel, ulcerative colitis. So when you do a carnivore diet and you're knocking all of that out, you get results. Okay, so before you think, oh my gosh, I can't eat carnivore for the rest of my life. Okay, I get it. Carnivore is not for everybody. But if you can use it as an elimination diet for a certain period of time and get a hold of all of those symptoms and even reverse some of them, and then use it to develop or to kind of define what is your perfect customized plan, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So there's 4 steps to using carnivore as an elimination diet. The first step is to commit. Step number 1 is to commit. You have to commit to a certain time of doing this elimination period. Now, I would say do 90 days. You can pick 30, 60, or 90, but 90 days, your body is barely getting used to everything at 30 days. And then if you've had things for a long time, you might have had arthritis for over 10 years, or if you have had things for a long time, they don't just go away overnight. I recommend that you do 30. So I was keto long before I went carnivore. I was keto for about 3 years. I lost all my weight, reversed my prediabetes. I did all the things. I was set. I thought that was the lifestyle for me. I also was tracking for that whole time. Um, and I did it as a challenge, and I did the 90 days. I was surprised that extra things left that I just thought, oh, it's just, I have to deal with this forever. I was happy with my results on keto. I was happy that I lost the 90 pounds, that I reversed prediabetes, acne, allergies, arthritis, a lot of different ailments. But the extra things that happened, like with my eyesight and with my carpal tunnel that disappeared when I went carnivore, it left me to wondering why was that? And why also did my body kind of chisel up on its own when I hadn't worked out yet? So there's a lot of good things about a carnivore diet, and I know it's controversial and it's kind of scary for some people, but if you could commit to 90 days, that would be great. So the step number one is commit. I say you should do 90 days. If you're like, oh my gosh, okay, 60, 30 at least, 30 at a time, to kind of trick your brain into, okay, I can do 30 more, I can do 30 more. So make your commitment. And when you make this commitment, there are a couple of components to that. When you make the commitment, you also have to make a commitment not to cheat, not to make excuses. So if you know, we're getting over the holidays, but if a holiday happens to be in the period that you're doing it, get your meat, get your eggs, get your animal products. You cannot cheat, and you cannot quit, and you cannot make excuses. You owe this to yourself, you guys. You owe this to yourself so that you can live a healthier lifestyle, so that when you're older, you can be healthier and mobile and all of the good benefits. So make your commitment and stick to it. Step number 2, after you finish your elimination period, you want to make a food list. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with that. You're going to make a list of all of your favorite foods that are keto, low carb friendly foods and seasonings. So these are your plant foods, you guys. So you're dedicated to your carnivore, your 30, 60, 90. You're doing that. You're having animal products. Hopefully, you guys leave out the dairy. I know it's an animal product, but when you do this elimination diet, so it could be a true elimination diet, leave out the dairy, because when you see things go away, like if you have, acne or allergies or a rash or certain things that go away, some people are allergic to or sensitive to dairy. So during this elimination time, I would leave out the dairy. You guys, thank you so much for joining in. We are live and we are talking about using carnivore as an elimination diet. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and click the like button and make sure you subscribe so you can hear more motivational videos like this one. So step number 2, making your food list. This is your food list of things that you would love to have. If you're keto going to carnivore, these are things that you really like. Some of your green leafy veg things that you really like that you have not been having during the elimination period. So make your list, and make your list of anything plant. So you guys, this means your seasonings, things that you really like or that you use. Make a list. You want to try to keep those very minimal while you're in the elimination period, to like salt, but you don't want to be using a bunch of stuff. So make your list, and it's really important that you do seasonings also in your list. So you might have a long list. You might have a list of seasonings that are your favorite plant things that are keto approved. These are low carb, zero carb, mostly green leafy veg. Okay, so that's number 2. So number 2 is get prepared for your elimination period and make your keto food list, your low carb food list of your green leafy veg and seasonings. Number 3 is, okay, so you're finished with the elimination period. That was step number 1. You made your list of all of your foods. You might have 20, 30, 40 things on that list. There's a lot of plants. Even if you're cutting all the starches out, just the low carb, and you're doing your plants and seasonings, there's a lot. So you guys, number 3 is you want to add back one thing at a time. So you guys, this takes a little bit of time. You want to add back one thing at a time. And I would do a week or at least a half a week, like 2 or 3 days, at least 3 days. So for an example, I'm going to give you an example of something that I added back. I like to sprinkle like a little bit of cinnamon when I make my like egg loaf, my carnivore egg loaf. So when I added cinnamon back, immediately that night, I got the sniffles and I got like all allergies and stuff within like an hour. So you guys, as soon as you do this elimination protocol, your body is going to flush everything out and it's going to feel great. It will let you know right away when you put something in it that it doesn't like. You might think, oh, well, I never had a problem with cinnamon before or whatever item you're adding back. But that's because you were eating everything. So when you're eating everything, you might not feel exactly the thing that's making it happen. You might just get kind of used to having joint pain or this or that, or, oh, I have allergies just because I do and I have to take a Claritin. That used to be me. So when you get everything out, your body is very sensitive and you are, you're going to know right away if your body does not like what you're putting into it. So I did that. And then the next, I think between 3 and 5 days, you can test something like that. It'll let you know right away. And so the next time I did it, I did nutmeg instead of the cinnamon, because you can sprinkle that too. And my body did not do that. So my body does not love cinnamon. So I can have a sprinkle or whatever, but I try not to make recipes where you're using like a butt. So I had learned that my body does not love cinnamon. So you're going to do this. You're going to, from 3 to 5 days, add one thing back. And this is what you want to pay attention to because we're all different. I get allergies and sniffles when my body doesn't like something. You're looking for, are you having digestive problems? Are you having gas? Are there a change in your bowel movements going too soft or too hard or whatever? You're looking for, in my case, I get allergies. I get a stuffy nose and then I can't breathe that night and I get allergies. My husband, he gets digestive stuff. I also get headaches. Like I'll get a headache. I get headaches if I have like the artificial sweetener that's in some jellos or some things like that. My body seems to do okay with the monk fruit and the stevia, but I get headaches. So pay attention if you're getting a headache, if something's giving you a headache. Also, are you getting pain? Now, you might get some joint pain with the item that you ate. So you kind of want to, next to that list, put what happened when you tested it. So you want to do 3 to 5 day intervals when you're adding back your items. So that is number 3. Number 4 is you want to complete your customized list. Number 4 is you want to complete your customized list. By the time you go through all of the items that you love and you're making notes, what bothered you, what didn't bother you, of course, you're making sure they're all low carb and keto and all that. Because just because something is low carb or keto or on that approved list, it doesn't mean that your body likes it. So you have to kind of go by that. You will have a customized keto, carnivore, whatever you want to call yourself, list of foods that work great for you. So that's what's so amazing about using carnivore as an elimination diet. It's a natural elimination diet because it eliminates all the stuff that's in those carbs, different things that bother us, and we're all different. You'll need to decide in step number 4, you're completing your customized food list for your ketogenic lifestyle. You need to decide, are you going to be keto, which is 20 total carbs or less, or do you prefer to be ketovore, which is ketovore is 10 carbs or less. That's I stay around 5 or 7. I'm kind of carnivore. I made my own category because I don't like to be labeled. But keto, 20 carbs or less, total carbs. Ketovore, 10 carbs or less. Or carnivore as close to 0 as possible. Now, if you loved carnivore and that worked for you and that's great and you don't want to do the eliminate all that stuff, then that is great. The idea is to find what's going to work best for you to get you unaddicted to these carbs and stay unaddicted, what works best for you. So you could stay carnivore, or you can decide to do your keto or ketovore. So those are the 4 steps to using carnivore as an elimination diet. Make your commitment, make your food list, add back 1 item at a time of your plant foods, and then take note. And if they bother you, you don't want to have those. And then the last one, number 4, is you're going to come up with your customized food list, you guys. So that worked really, really well for me. I did that in 2019. I ended up, I felt so good. I mean, I could have some nuts if I wanted to, but I felt so good when I went from keto to carnivore that I decided I'm not going to just be carnivore forever, but I'm not going back to keto. So I decided for me what was best because of the food addiction too. And also I was tracking everything for 3 years, and I'm like, I'm not going to track for the rest of my life. I ended up permanently taking out all of the nuts, all of the peanut butter, all of the almond flour, all of that stuff, the almond flour, all that stuff. So I make carnivore treats or whatever, keeping everything 0 carb. And I ended up taking out erythritol and all of those keto sugar mixes. Once I let go of all of that, and then I just have a few veggies on my list that are green and leafy that don't bother me, just like a few. Sometimes I have 0 carbs, sometimes I have 2 or 3 or 7. I don't have that many, but I went through this process to find out what was going to work best for me. And I think that that'll help you too. So you can find out what your customized list is. So I am going to ask you what questions that you have. I'm going to see if my tablet's working here. So I have a tablet. I'm going to look at the questions. I'm going to go back and look at some of the questions, answer questions for you. Let me know what questions you have about doing this carb elimination diet. And let me know in the comments, are you keto, ketovore, or carnivore? And I have some people that are starting at the beginning of the year, one of those, and then some people that are keto going to carnivore at the beginning of the year. So, okay, so we have, let me see. And then we're going to do some announcements and some questions for you guys. And then I'll let you know what's happening with me. And okay, so we have, okay, so Darlene says, sweets is my problem. Acid reflux at night. I had to stop. Okay, so Darlene, that's great. It sounds like you're listening to your body and you kind of figured out what works for you and just like not doing it. So that's good. And let's see, we have, okay, so that's awesome. VSP is working and listening to my live. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And VSP is also starting at the beginning of the year. That's awesome. And then we have Hill K, keto, starting Labor Day. Oh, she started on Labor Day. Is that? Since Labor Day. Hill K has been started since Labor Day. Awesome. So you're at Labor Day. Okay, that's good. Okay, so you guys, this holiday season, that's like in a few days, tell me what meats you're having, because we're having 3 meats. I made sure we're having 3 meats. So tell me what meats you're having, and are you planning to stay on your keto carnivore? I hope so, but no judgment here. And while you're doing that, let me just tell you guys what's happening with me. Everything's fine. You guys know that I'm part-time caregiver for my mama. That's 101. And I own a business. And I have a new husband. We're a little over a year in. And I'm moving next month. So I have like lots going on. So this busy period that I'm in right now, for a while, I'm going to be testing out doing lives, because right now when we're done with this live, this is raw, unedited Lisa, and we're live and there's no editing. So I'm like already done. And what's happening is I have all these great plans to like get a video out to you guys and find time to record it and then get it to you guys. And then it doesn't get to you guys. So my idea is I'm just going to pop in live and do it. So we're going to have a scheduled live every Monday at 6. So you know that's there, but I'm just going to pop in live when I have other things for you throughout the week. It's still a recorded message. You're still going to get it, but it's not going to be all fancy and edited and all that stuff for right now, this period of time, because I think that's better than not doing it at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So that's what I'm going to be testing out over the next couple of months. That's what I'm going to be testing out, just popping in live whenever. So that's my plan. So Monday nights at 6 o'clock is our scheduled live. Throughout the week, I will pop in whenever I have a live, because if I don't have time to edit, I don't want it to just you not get the video. So that's how I'm going to work it for a while. Okay. Yes, let's see. So Hilke's asking, the only reason why I'm moving, you guys, we are really happy where we're at. We love this place that we're at, but we have some neighbors that have some secondhand smoke. And you guys, I did not do all this work for 8 years, not having carbs and sugar and being health conscious about my body, to be smelling some smoke. So it is not going to work for us. And we're not doing that. We work too hard for our health to have someone else be controlling that. So that's a deal breaker for us. So yeah, we're moving. We're not looking forward to moving, but we are looking forward to breathing some fresh air. We found a non-smoking community that you can't even smoke on the property or anything. So we're really excited about that. So that's why I'm so busy, you guys. But you know what? I'm determined to get it done. I'm going to pop in with some lives, and then I'll do some shorts here and there. And we're going to do it that way, just, until I can catch my breath. Let's see. Darlene says, I promise everyone I'm not going to tell when I'm supposed to eat Christmas Day okay, let me see. If let me get my tablet here. Okay, so Darlene says, I promise everyone on here that I won't mess up and eat when I'm not supposed to on Christmas Day. I'm having baked chicken. You know what, Darlene? Lots of times when BB has been trying to sneak up on me over here when I'm not, on screen with you guys. And that's what keeps me. I'm like, no, I do these videos, I'm preaching, I'm not doing it. BB tries to sneak in. Good for you. So yes, you guys were accountable to each other. So that's awesome. Let's see. VSP says, I talk with my nutritionist soon. Concerned they're going to shut down Keto Karnivore when I talk to them. You know what? When you think about that, really, okay, this is how I feel about it. And you have to do what you have to do. But Keto Karnivore, what is that? That's you not eating sugar and starch. Why is that a problem with these doctors and nutritionists? Why is it a problem to not eat sugar and starch? That's what you're saying. That doesn't make, when you say it like that, it doesn't make sense. When you say the word keto carnivore, it sounds like something scary, but what it is you're not eating sugar and starch. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why that would be a problem? Like, Dennis would be happy. Great, someone's not eating sugar and starch. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's see. Been on God's Girl says, been on keto for the last 7 years, may switch to carnivore next month. Okay, you can do this protocol and test it out, get everything cleared, and figure out what you want to do at the end of your elimination period, God's Girl. That sounds good. Yeah, so VSP So yeah, God's girl VSP is asking you how your keto has been going for you these 7 years. But VSP, I am going to be praying for all that situation with you because it's a good thing to not have sugar and carbs. I wish that our nutritionists and medical doctors and stuff were like, get that. They don't get it. Okay, so God's girl says we're having chicken, ham, tri-tip, and lamb for Christmas. That is what I'm talking about. 4 meats to choose from. I like that. That's awesome. Okay. So what other questions do you guys have for me? And also, I'm going to be testing out popping in for some mornings too. Yeah, Darlene says, with all due respect, some of these doctors want us to stay on medicine. It's about the money. Sweetie, follow your heart. Yeah, that's a hard one because when someone's new to it, we are all rooting for you. We're rooting for you, VSP, and we hope that you can do your own research and make your decision. I had to do it too. The first 50 of my years, I did it their way. And I still ended up fat and sick. I did the Weight Watchers. I did all the diets. I did it their way. So when I started my keto lifestyle journey, when I was 51, I'm 60 now, I decided to do it a different way because I did it their way and then I was going to need medicine. So I had to make that decision. I need to also mention that this is food for thought. You should always check with your doctor before you start a diet regimen or a protocol. And we are not doctors here on YouTube, but you should always check with your doctor. So I have to say that. But do your research, and good luck to you on that. That's a hard one. Okay, God's girl says keto has been good all these years. Wow. So she's been on it a long time. That's awesome. Okay. So that is a little channel update with you guys for me. I'm going to be focusing on lives, and out of the lives, I'll make a few short videos here and there until I get past this busy time and get moved and settled in. It'll be easier for me to pop in live. And I think it'll be fun because I'll do it wherever I am. I could be at work. I could be out at my new pool and at my new place. I could be wherever. And if I have something for you, I'm just going to pop in live. It will be recorded. You can catch it on the replay. Don't you guys think that's better to have live than nothing? Like if I don't have time to edit, that's still an effort. I'm still here. I still want to do this and stuff. So for right now, that's better than nothing, right? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're okay with me popping in live throughout the week here and there, and then you can look at it when you have a chance. Okay, so VSP. Okay, great. Yeah, the lives are unedited and it's uncut and raw. So when I have time to go back and make all videos where I have to edit and do all the fancy stuff, I will. But for now, I'm going to just pop in a few times. And I'm also going to test out like a few mornings, maybe some morning motivational quickie ones. So yeah, I have a new plan for January, so we'll see how that works. You guys, it was fun talking tonight. If you're just joining in on the replay, you can go ahead and put your comments and your questions in the chat, and I will answer them for you. I'll come back and answer them for you. And God's Girl says, I'm going to do this elimination diet to get rid of my eczema. Yes, do it. And when you do it, God's Girl, also eliminate the dairy for that time. I know it's hard. I know. I love my dairy. But eliminate the dairy for that time, for that eczema. Darlene says, thank you for everything. You're so welcome. I need you guys as much as you need me. And I thought when BB tried to get me, I was thinking about you guys. I said, I said, So yeah, BB tried to get me a few times this week. And we have Christmas to get through. So, but you guys, thank you so much. I'm going to pop in with live. So hopefully I can pop in another time this week. It might be during the holiday, who knows? But I feel less pressured and less like, oh my gosh, I have time to edit, I have time to do this. Nope, I'm just going to pop in live. So you guys have a great night, and I will, every Monday at 6, we have our scheduled live. And next Monday, you guys, next Monday, mark your calendars at 6 o'clock. We are doing Mindset Reset in Action. Mindset Reset in Action. Now, if you're new to my channel, I've talked to you guys about my Mindset Reset Masterclass, where we're retraining your brain so that you could work with your dopamine and how to get dopamine without doing it through food, and so that you can have it a better, not, I don't want to say willpower, but you'll be able to be more successful on your ketogenic lifestyle journey. The Mindset Reset Masterclass is a prerequisite for next Monday. So if you guys haven't done the Mindset Reset Masterclass, I'm going to also link it at the end of this video. But do that this week if you haven't done it, the whole thing, and do the homework. There's homework to it. You guys, we have to master this, and it's a mind thing. The food has been around forever. It's our minds. We have to change our mindset so that we can be able to deal with this. So the Mindset Reset in Action that we're going to do next Monday, it's how to live it out. So you've already done the class, you have the tools, and this is actually living it out, living out Mindset Reset so that we can get unaddicted and stay unaddicted, especially the stay unaddicted. Because it's easy like to do it in the beginning, but we have to stay unaddicted. So you guys stay tuned for next Monday at 6 o'clock, Mindset Reset in Action, so that we can get ready for this new year. So I love you guys, and I will see you. I'm going to pop in before Monday at some point and do a video that way. So you guys have a good night. Bye. Okay.